Good morning, everyone. This is Tim Wilmot speaking from Wizard Systems. Thanks for joining me today for this presentation to show you the capabilities of Workbooks CRM, what areas of your business it can address, and how my company, Wizard Systems, can assist you with your CRM project there. Now, we run these short presentations every Friday, focusing on different aspects of Workbooks and CRM. And today I'm going to take you more closely through the lead management feature. How do you manage sales leads, new inquiries that come into your company? This presentation will be about 30 minutes or so. It's just a basic session. Everyone uses CRM in different ways. Everyone's got different requirements. I wouldn't have enough time to go over all of the extensive features of Workbooks. So after this session, after this call, if you want to explore Workbooks in more detail, we'd love to organize more of a one-to-one session with you and your company, if we haven't done so already, and discuss your specific needs. Now, on the call today, and there's 13 people on the call this morning, looking down at some of the names, I can see some people that are already trialing Workbooks and some people who I think have never seen it at all before. So excuse me if I'm going over some information you may already know, the interface and Workbooks. I've got to go at the speed of the slowest, so to speak. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. Your microphone is on mute. Don't worry about any background noises there. If you've got any questions, I'd encourage you to think of any questions as we go through. As they come to you, please type those into the questions section in your meeting control panel. You probably see that floating in the top right corner of your screen, and I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also, this presentation is being recorded. Afterwards, you'll get an automatic email from our system with a link to the recording, and we'll most likely pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let's get started. As I normally do, just a brief mention, first of all, about Wizard Systems, my company. We're an independent supplier of CRM systems. All we do is CRM. We've done this a long time. We have, over this time, implemented over 3,000 installations all over the UK and further afield into all sorts of different companies, types of companies and size of companies. Now, with Workbooks, as you know, it's a cloud solution, so there's nothing to install. And we have customers that do their own thing with Workbooks. They set it up themselves. They teach themselves how to use it. There's lots of resources out there to assist you if that's the way you want to do it. But we're here on hand. We've got consultants here, trainers, and loads of people here to assist you in helping you get the system set up, either doing the whole thing for you or little bits that you're not able to do yourself or you don't want to do yourself. We're here to help you and train you and your staff on how to use Workbooks. We can come to you, you can come to us. We're based near Bristol. We can access easily most parts of the UK, or we can do it online if you don't want to travel. And finally, ongoing support. So if you've got a query or question, you can contact our friendly, responsive help desk service and they'll sort you out. So of course, what we want to try and get at when working with you is what are the key objectives, issues you're looking to solve? What are you hoping to get out of Workbooks? Are you replacing an older CRM system? Are you just starting up in business and you recognize you need a system to help you manage, develop your business going forward? Do you want to do better marketing, track sales and quotes more effectively, acquire more customers, improve customer service, or a combination of all those? And in fact, we do, on our weekly sessions, we do home in on each of those topics each week. So that's really what we want to try and get at when working with you, so that when you've implemented Workbooks and after 3 months, 6 months, we're looking back, we can see what we've achieved. We can see a little bit of, we can start to do a bit of measurement of ROI on that investment. So what is Workbooks? Well, it's an easy to use, affordable, central system to manage all of your leads, your prospects and your customers, your interactions with those people. You're sharing information, you're improving teamwork if there's more than one of you. There's some marketing tools in there as well to help you improve on your communications to your prospects and customers. Unusually for a CRM system, not many CRM systems out there can do this, but we can create sales quotes. And thinking about a typical business process, you can then convert the quote to an order and invoice. Most other CRM systems will either not be able to do that, or they'll need to rely on some integration to a third-party application. It's all within Workbooks. Sales quotes is a standard part of Workbooks, and there are options for creating orders and invoices. We can also track customer service. Do you have a customer support team, technicians, engineers, or a help desk there? They too could use Workbooks to track what they're doing and share information with the sales and marketing people and vice versa. Now, of course, as well as it being a personal productivity tool, it's also a management tool to help you make decisions about your business and see what's going on, what's working well, what isn't working so well. Now, Workbooks is a UK system. All the data is in the UK. It's 100% cloud, nothing to install. You don't need to worry about backups or upgrades. It's been around a long time. There's thousands of companies using Workbooks in the UK across all sorts of different types of organizations. Now, Workbooks is a very secure application. Workbooks meets all of the 6 releases of the government G-Cloud certification program. So it's very, very secure. Also, it's very popular. It's won in the UK, it's won the UK networking industry CRM Product of the Year 2013, 2014, and 2015. And it's very reliable. Last year, 2014, we had an uptime of 99.99%. It's always going to be there when you want it. So just homing in now on some of those key areas of Workbooks before we dive into the demo proper. So managing contacts, that's essentially what we're here to do today, is how you manage information about your leads, your prospects, and your customers. Now, Workbooks is very flexible. It's very customizable. Shortly, when I show you the system, these screens can be changed by you. You don't need to be a programmer. You can easily take fields away, add fields to these screens, search on any of this information. It's so easy to do. You can also, if you want to, deploy different security levels in Workbooks. Now, of course, with a CRM system, the general theme is that we want to share information. We're making it open to everyone. But there may be circumstances where you want to hide information or stop people deleting stuff. So you can have different user roles in Workbooks. So you can dictate what people have or haven't got access to. Secondly, you're managing all of your activities in Workbooks. We do focus on this in another of our weekly presentations, but your calls, your meetings, your customer interactions, they're all in Workbooks. You're building up a wonderful history of activities against that client, your activities, your colleagues' activities, which is tremendously useful from a customer service point of view to know what's been going on there, who's done what to who and when and why. So a great way of managing tasks, delegating tasks to other people, making sure nothing gets forgotten. As regards emails, we can integrate with any email system. We also have as an option, this does cost a little bit extra, and I'll come on to prices at the end. There's an optional Outlook integration. It's called the Outlook connector with Workbooks, and this will allow you to give you more options on how you integrate, link in your emails, and also allows you to share your calendar, your tasks, and your contacts in a bi-directional way, in a two-way direction between Workbooks and Outlook. Now, we work with any browser, and also there's a mobile app. So whatever device you've got, your phone, your tablet, your browser, you've got real-time access to Workbooks. As regards marketing, many people are doing email marketing. This is an important way of you promoting your business and communicating with your clients. But as regards marketing, we've got an easy way of importing information, importing new leads, for example. We're here this morning to discuss leads. So you go to a show, you buy in a database from Dun & Bradstreet or a database broker. You can import that easily into Workbooks. We support the CSV format, comma separated values. So this is the format that your data needs to be in. Quite simply, if you've got an Excel spreadsheet, you can just save that as a CSV file and easily upload the information to Workbooks and start working with it. Another way of getting leads into the system is via a form on your website. So we create a really easy form that you can place on your website, and there's a little bit of automation on that form so that when somebody fills in their details, for example, on your contact us part of your web page, and that's submitted to Workbooks, Workbooks creates a lead record. It creates a record of this person automatically, and it will alert you in your inbox to say that you got a new lead. So everything is being recorded, nothing's being forgotten, nothing's going to slip through the net, and you are able to respond quickly on that lead. You can, now putting our marketing hat on, you can easily create target lists. So before doing any campaign, we can easily create a list of everyone in our system that's got something in common, some common criteria. And as part of your subscription with Workbooks, we integrate with 3 primary email marketing systems. MailChimp is probably the most popular one, but we also integrate with Constant Contact and Mailer. So you create the list of the people you want to send the email to, your newsletter, your product promotion or whatever. In Workbooks, that list is uploaded to MailChimp. No need to export, no need to import. It's so simple. MailChimp will allow you to create your email template. It will deliver the email. And then importantly, with the integration automatically coming back into Workbooks, we can see against our leads, our prospects, our customers, what emails they were sent, what did they open, we can actually see that, and what did they click on? Did they click on an image or a bit of text in our email? And 2 other things, of course, we can see whether an email bounced back, there was some issue with the email address, or whether they unsubscribed to future mailings. We've still got a record of them in our Workbooks database, but the system will prevent you mailing to those people. So some really nice features on email marketing, and we do focus on this on one of our other weekly sessions. So managing the sales process, this is really what a CRM system is all about. So from the first contact of a lead, going through to the sale, collecting the money, Workbooks can track that whole process. And fundamental to that, if you want to, you can create your sales quotes in Workbooks. So it has a rather nice quotation creation capability. You can store your price lists in Workbooks. So if you get pricing from manufacturers, you can import that into Workbooks. You don't have to work with a sort of formal price list. If you want to create prices off on the fly, ad hoc prices, you can do that as well. You don't need to stick with that price list as such. You can create umpteen quote layouts. These layouts are defined in a PDF format. You can email these quotes directly from Workbooks just with a couple of clicks of the mouse. You can save the quote, email the quote. It's all stored in the against the client's record, so you can go back to see where all these previous quotes are and amend them if you want to. Plus, we integrate with opportunity, the opportunity in Workbooks. So this is like another screen, another dimension to Workbooks that stores more information about the potential sale you're going to make, the potential revenue coming in, with a description of the thing that you hope to sell, the value, the probability, when is it going to come in, and you can track more information against that opportunity if you wish. Plus, we've got the option of converting the quote, so the customer orders from the quotation, we convert the quote without the need for retyping any information into a sales order or straight to an invoice. You can also do supplier purchase orders and create credit notes and record customer payments if you wish. Now, these options are within the business edition of Workbooks. So when you sign up for Workbooks proper, you've got 2 choices, CRM edition or business edition. CRM edition goes up to quote stage and tracks opportunities and tracks leads and tracks customer service, all the standard CRM type things. Business edition does all of that, plus allows you to create orders and invoices, so more of the financial stuff. Now you can mix and match these two different editions within your company. So if let's say, for example, there's 5 of you that want to use workbooks. You could have 3 people on CRM and 2 people on business. You can mix and match these 2 editions. I'll come on to pricing at the end. Brief mention about customer service. So do you have any need to track customer calls, complaints, problems, issues? This is another screen, again, another dimension to workbooks, all very customizable. You tell it what you want to know about these service calls. You can apply deadlines. You can track your SLAs, your service level agreements. If something has to be done in 4 hours, workbooks can be monitoring these deadlines. You can then build up a trend, track a history of these issues, and almost build up a knowledge base. You're recording problems that come in. You're recording resolutions to those problems. You can search on all this information very easily. It's improving as you go through, as you record more information. This is making you a stronger company and stronger support offering to your clients. Now, last slide before I dive into the demo prop and we go through tracking sales leads in a bit more detail. So putting your manager's hat on, you've got a great way with workbooks of tracking activity levels, what leads are coming in, how many phone calls are you doing or other people are doing, how many meetings are you doing, client visits. Of course, opportunities is a key part to any proper CRM solution. What sales are coming in next quarter? What's the revenue looking like? What's the probability of those sales? What types of sales are going to come in? And there's a report writer in workbooks. There's about 50 or so reports ready to go, get you started. You can change any of those reports. You can create your own reports. And complementary to that are graphical dashboards. So really summarizing key metrics in your business, where are the leads coming from, how many sales are coming in, what are the activity levels looking like. So loads of dashboards in there that you can create to monitor the situation. Okay, so let's dive into workbooks proper. Just a brief overview of the interface first of all, and then I'll go through how you track your leads, different lead management features, capabilities of workbooks. So this morning I'm using Chrome. This will work with any browser. And if you're using a mobile device or a tablet, you have a slightly different login process, a different URL to log into, and you'll have a different interface, a simpler interface, because of course of the smaller screen size. So this morning we're in Chrome and I've logged in here, and what we see first of all is the Workbooks desktop. Now, do you see, for those of you that haven't seen Workbooks before, you'll recognize this. It looks just like your Windows desktop. So it's got that familiar look and feel straight away with the start button. Do you see in the bottom left-hand corner? Just to the right of that, there's a Google-like search box. You can type in part of someone's name, part of an activity, part of a quote or opportunity. It will find it for you wherever it is in the system. And we've got some shortcuts on our desktop as well. So any frequent things that you do, if you want to dive to see your leads, you want to quickly see your activities that you've got to do today, you could create little shortcuts for those. But everything is accessed from this start button here and the start menu. And in my start menu, I've got here all of the important elements of a proper CRM solution with right at the top there, people and organization. So the contacts, the people that you deal with, and the companies, the businesses that they may be working in. And then lower down, we can see all of our activities that we've got to do today, emails that we're working on, or that have been copied over into workbooks from some other email application. Support issues, so cases is the word for a support issue or a ticket. So all the support issues on the go. Sales is a big section. This is where we can see our leads. We'll come on to that in a minute. Our opportunities, our quotes, orders, and our forecasts. And then if you're a marketing person, this is where you can see all of your campaigns on the go right now, how you can maintain and manage your mailing lists, your marketing literature, import your price list and products. If you're a financial person, This is where you can see all of your financial transactions. So let me go into organizations first of all. And when I select that, typically what I see here is a landing page of all of the businesses, all of the organizations in my workbook system. So rather like Excel, we see here row by row, all of those organizations with the individual columns there. You can decide what columns you see. You can put people into groups or lists as well if you quickly want to dive in and see people that meet some common criteria. But if I dive into an organization record here in a bit more detail, up pops another window with a row of tabs across the top there. Do you see? Initially, we're on the main tab. This is the key information about this organization. You can search for any of this information. You can customize this screen. You can take fields away. You can add fields to it. We support about 18 different field types when you create your own fields. So think about what information you need to know about your customers. And then running across the top there, as I say, you've got these tabs where you can click on and drill down and see more information. So any general notes or files relating to this customer, you can upload documents, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, activities on the go, or that we've done with this client. Again, you can customize this display, but in summary, we can see here, row by row, all of those activities that have been recorded against this company. Emails, your emails, your colleagues' emails that have come from Outlook, or another system. What people do we know in this company? There's 3 people. We can click on them and see more information about them and their activities and their details. Opportunities. What opportunities have we got on the go right now with this customer? The name of the opportunity, the amount, the close date. Again, we can customize this display, and we click on those. We can drill down and see more information. Transactions are financial transactions, so quotes, completed quotes, orders, invoices, credit notes, all available against that client. And cases, any support issues there, again, all very customizable. You can click on those and see that ticket in more detail. And then from a marketing point of view, what campaigns has this person been on? What events is this person on? We actually have quite a few of our Workbooks customers using Workbooks to manage an event, their seminars, their exhibitions, very easily done with Workbooks. So that's a quick overview of information, the interface, the information we can store against that organization, all very customizable. That's pretty much, if you started using Workbooks right now, this is what Workbooks is going to give you. You can enhance that. You can take stuff away if you want to dumb it down a bit. So what I want to discuss now in a little bit more detail is managing leads. So you get an inquiry, the phone rings, this is a new inquiry, or you attend an exhibition, or you buy in a list, or you acquire data from some other source. You want to put that into your CRM system and start working with that information. Well, these leads, you could type them in one by one. Right at the top of my start menu here, we've got new and we've got sales leads, or if you've got a spreadsheet, you can import them in as well. Or we can see all of our leads in our sales section here. So this is where I can now see all of my leads. This section on the left-hand side of this landing page here called View, this is where we can see and create different lists of leads. So if I want to see all leads, for example, there's all the leads that we've ever recorded, 14 pages of them there. Or if I want to see leads belonging to user Fred, or just my hot leads, you can use this filtering button up here, top right corner, to drill down and see that information. And then if you save that list, it creates a view. So you can easily create these lists if you like. Against a lead, so if I create a new lead, let's dive into one I've created already. So here is a lead for Charlotte Clark. Now this is a typical lead form. These are all of the fields that Workbooks can show you to track this lead. As I say, this can be customized. This can be simplified. You can remove these fields that are not required. This name field here, Charlotte Clark, this apart from the assigned to, the only required fields, mandatory fields. You see there's a little blue border on the left-hand side. That's indicating a mandatory field. We must put some information in there. So that's all the key information about the lead. And then across the top there, you've got those tabs again, like we saw with the company record. So we can see all the activities with this lead, phone calls, meetings, any MailChimp activity, any marketing emails we've sent to that customer, campaigns, and so on. Now that's a lead, and there's a little bit of workflow in Workbooks to now promote it in the business. So what happens to this lead? When you start working with them, you start phoning Charlotte and you qualify this person or this company and recognize that they could be a valuable customer to you. And you want to start now recording more information against Charlotte. Well, as some proper CRM systems do, they allow you to now create a proper, fuller record for Charlotte and her company, and also at the same time create this thing called the opportunity, this other screen where we can track more information about what were the equipment or the service that we're hoping to sell to Charlotte. So that's the whole idea behind this save and convert button up here. A quick and easy way to guide you through the process of converting Charlotte into promoting Charlotte into a proper company record. So here we are. I've got a little checkbox here confirming that I want to create a new opportunity, and just lower down here, I'm going to create an organization as well. So I just now click my next button, just go through this process. That now is done. And here is the opportunity, all done for you. And this is a new screen that's appeared, prompting us for more information about the opportunity now. So this is all very customizable. This is pretty much standard Workbooks here. So we've got the name of the opportunity. We could change that if we want to. Of course, it's linked now to the organization, Charlotte's company. When are we hoping to close this opportunity? Little calendar pops up there. What's the stage of negotiations with this opportunity? You can see that there as well. So lots of additional information you can now record against this opportunity that's been converted from the lead. Now, if I just close that down and pop back to my lead screen, something else I'd like to show to you is the concept of queues. Now, not many CRM systems have this, but a queue, think of a queue as a group of users. So if there's more than one of you managing leads, this is a nice way of directing leads into a queue rather than a named individual, into a queue, and then people can dip into this queue and grab leads, and as they work on that lead, they can then allocate it to a named individual. So there's a queue for me as a user, or I could have access to managing queues. So let's just click onto that, and I've got 3 queues defined here. So imagine we've got a telemarketing team, might be one person, might be a number of users, but they're currently working on 207 leads. I can click on this little item here, 3, so I can see actually this telemarketing group in more detail. So these are the names of my colleagues, Alison, Bill, and Mark, that are in the telemarketing team, and they're in that queue. So when leads come in, if I import them, if they come in via the web, if I type in a new lead, I can allocate it to a queue rather than a named user. So one of these 3 people could then dive into it and act on it. You see here, this notify additions, in their preferences, they can decide how they get notifications of these new leads. So they are alerted to these leads. When a lead comes in, something's going to flash up on the screen. Nothing's going to, as I said earlier, slip through the net there and disappear into a black hole somewhere. Everything is going to be worked on through your CRM system. So that's quite a nice feature of Workbooks, this queuing capability, which appears in many places, in activities, opportunities, and in this case, leads. So there's leads. That's how you can access all of your leads, these landing pages. You can export this information. You can print out this information. We have a report writer in Workbooks, and there's a section on sales leads. Or you could use, of course, dashboards in Workbooks to stay on top of your leads. So here's an example here of a lead management dashboard that I created earlier. So I click on that. Up pops another window. 3 little panels there showing me more information about what's happening with my leads right now. Bottom left-hand corner, leads by source. Of course, we want to know where our leads coming from. So when you type in a lead, it's going to ask you for the lead source. There's a drop-down list that you can tailor all of the common entries where your leads are coming from. Top left here, we've got an example of leads by status. So we might want to see here by salesperson. So we're assigning these leads. Typically in any CRM system, you're assigning a task, a lead, a company, an opportunity to a person. There's ownership. These people have to stay on top of their leads. So we can see the current allocation and, of course, how many leads they might have closed, converted, and so on. So quite a nice little overview there of leads. And then another nice one here, leads not updated within 2 weeks. Of course, you want to make sure that when leads are put into your CRM system that they're worked on and that nothing gets forgotten about. So here we can see against all these leads and against a lead or a record, we know there's an audit trail in Workbooks. We know when it was last worked on. When you log into Workbooks, you log in with your user ID. So what you do is being stamped automatically against records you amend. So we know what records you last worked on. So nice indication here of leads not being updated in the last 2 weeks and the assigned to the person responsible for those leads. And you could go on then and create other leads. We do focus on dashboards and reporting in our other weekly sessions. So that's a quick overview of leads in Workbooks. As I normally do now, just a brief mention about pricing in Workbooks before we get on to our Q&A session, our Q&A section. So there are two editions, remember, of Workbooks, CRM edition or business edition. You pay for it annually in advance. This is the annual subscription plus VAT. You need to add VAT on top of this. CRM edition is 228 per user per year, and business edition is 504 per user per year. You can mix and match these 2 editions. There are some popular add-on options. Outlook, managing contracts, multiple currencies. If you're quoting in multiple currencies, there's add-ons for managing this. Generally, these Workbooks add-ons are about £48 per user per year. Now, realistically think, do you need any help in getting the most out of Workbooks? So we do training. We could just offer you a 1-hour training if you just running short of time and there's just specific things you want to know about. Or once we consult with you, we can do the whole job for you. So if you're a rather larger system, lots of users, complex requirements, migrating data from an older system, then we're here on hand to assist you. And once we know what you want to do via some scoping session with you, a more detailed call or meeting with you at your premises, we can give you costings on our implementation service for you. So just a few ideas there on how we can go about implementing, assisting you on the implementation. So we're here at our question time. So please, if you've got any questions, I think there were a few coming in as I was speaking. Pop those into the question section there. So first question from Scott, will it link to Apple Mail? Yes, there's a feature included with Workbooks called Email Dropbox. We can interface with any email system. So as you send and receive emails from Apple, these are being copied into the client's record in Workbooks. Next question from Lee. How do I import leads? We do cover this on another session. You need to make sure your leads that you've got are in a CSV format, and then use the import feature in Workbooks. The nice feature about the nice thing about the import feature in Workbooks is that when you do the import, the data goes into like a little waiting area. It's not finally committed to the Workbook system. If you've got other users, they won't straight away see this information. So if you have made a little mistake, or if the system displays any errors in the import, you can then redo the import. Whereas with other CRM systems, once you've imported the data and you've spotted a mistake, it's a real problem then to delete the data and then redo the import. So nice feature there, Lee, of the import process. Next question from Russell. How can I see all leads? Well, that's basically on that leads landing page there. Or of course you could run off one of the reports on leads as well, to see all of your leads or the specific information you want to know about those leads. Right. Another question from Nigel. How does a lead record differ from a contact record? Well, that's a good question. Many companies, when they look at their sales process, they have leads, new inquiries, or they buy in a database where they have only very basic information about these people, and they don't really know at this stage whether this lead, this person, this company is a good fit for their business or their products and services. So this concept of a lead that you put in, and leads are separate to contacts in companies. So when you start using your CRM system, you don't get confused by seeing on one screen all of your leads mixed up with your live customers, your active customers. So there is this distinction, Nigel, between leads and proper contacts, live customers that you're working with. Now, you don't need to use leads. Not all of our Workbooks customers are using the leads feature. When they get a new inquiry, they put it in as a new contact record, a new client record straight away. It's up to you. No one's going to tell you whether it's right or wrong. And so a contact record is really a record of an individual where they have been qualified, they are a good fit for your business, your products and services, and you're able to store and track in Workbooks more information against them, opportunities, cases, marketing stuff. So that's essentially the difference there, Nigel. You don't need to use the lead feature if you don't want to, if it's not appropriate to your business. Right, I don't think there's any more questions coming through, so thanks the four of you for those questions. So as a wrap up, remember the trial, 30-day trial. I'm sure some of you are on that trial already. No credit card required. You can put it through its paces. If you get stuck on the trial, contact us, call us, or email support@wizard-systems.com. Say that you're on the trial, and we'll do our best to assist you, or call us if it's more urgent. Here's my details. My name again is Tim Wilmot, W-I-L-M-O-T. My address, email address, tim@wizard-systems.com. If you need a more detailed presentation, please contact me, and we can sort out in the next week or so a more detailed presentation for you and your colleagues, and answer your specific questions. But thanks very much for your time this morning. Watch out for the recording. Watch out for next Friday's presentation. We'd be happy to have you along. But thanks very much for your time this morning, and have a nice weekend.